Yeah, they've replaced the carpet as well, which is really good. So all very good. Or is it? Hello, good morning, my Tesla maniacs. Welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm currently on my way to West Drayton service centre. So this today is a video regarding my my service centre visit. I did try, and this is actually my second service centre visit. The first one was regarding the paint defect I had on the front left-hand sort of fender, but they fixed that. It basically it just needed buffing, and they had buffed this particular area, so it looked a bit weird. But they fixed that now. Anyway, so in November, it's pretty much rained since I've had this car, end of September. But in November, I noticed that when I was opening the boot, I could hear water sloshing around, like actually inside the boot lid. And then I was also noticing that water was starting to pour into the actual boot itself from the little grill by the light inside the boot area. And yeah, I think what was happening was when I was lifting the boot up, the water was running down the struts of the boot, and then on the right-hand side, there's like a black plastic pipe which connects the boot lid to the actual car itself, and I'm assuming all the cabling, all the light for the lights and everything, all the power and everything is inside that black pipe, and the water, I believe, was running through that black pipe and then obviously into the boot area. So I was getting water poured into the boot, basically. I've got a little bit of footage, unfortunately. The only footage I got was of after the, oh god, I hate these potholes. Oh my god. Bloody potholes. I'm literally weaving in and out of them. Yeah, no, what was I saying? The water was coming out of the little grill area by the light, and I was a bit concerned about that because, well, there's electrics, and I was worried about mold and damp, possibly even rust, I don't know. But yeah, it was a bit worrying. So I booked an appointment, and there was actually one that was not that far away from me, but where we were in November, but the problem was I couldn't make it because it was work, basically. So I had to go for one in February, which was quite a long time. It was like 3 or 4 months. And then the night before the appointment in February, they phoned me up and they said, you know, hey, are you still good for the service appointment tomorrow? I was like, yes. They said, okay, do you need transport to get home? I was like, well, yes. I'm about an hour away from the service centre. They said, okay, well, we can provide you with a taxi if you like. And I was like, okay, how long are you looking at keeping my car for? And they're like, oh, it'd be probably 3 days, because we have to like put a new seal in or something and then let it set, and then we have to test it and everything. You know, and I was like, oh, right, in which case then no, I need a loaner car. And they're like, oh, we haven't got any loaner cars at this moment. So basically I had to postpone it. So today is now, what are we now? March the 9th. So basically postponed it for about another 3 weeks, I think it was. And it's now March the 9th, so I'm heading in to West Drayton to get the seal fixed, and I thought I'd document my experience for you guys. So it's really annoying actually though as well, because I wanted to make a video on the new visualization. I literally got, like last night, the new visualization update for this, so you can see traffic lights now, and it shows you the colors and everything, and it can see the arrows on the road markings and stuff. Apparently you can see stop signs as well, although we don't really have stop signs here in the UK. There are them, but they're just very, very infrequent. They tend to have the give way or yield signs. Whether it will recognise that, I don't know. But yeah, I want to make a video. Now I've got to lose the car for 3 days, maybe more. Depends on Tesla time, I suppose. But we'll see. So yeah, I'm expecting a loaner car today. I don't know what they're going to give me, but I'm hoping it'll be something nice and a bit different. I mean, I love the Model 3. Don't get me wrong. But it'd be nice to have a 24-hour test drive in an S or an X. So time will tell. We'll give it a go, and we'll go in and see what they say. All right. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, which I was going to do when I get there actually to West Drayton, but I've decided actually to do it now because I know that recently boatloads have come over of Model 3s and stuff, so there's a good chance that the section I wanted to park in just around the corner is going to be absolutely flooded with new deliveries and people parking up and stuff like that. So I'm going to basically do it on the road now, but I wanted to sort of go over just some of the bits you need to remember when you are taking your car to the service centre. I mean, I've already had this happen to me once, so I know about it. One of the things is you need to deactivate your Sentry mode. If you don't, they do it anyway, and they leave a card saying your Sentry mode has been deactivated for their own privacy purposes. I don't quite know why. Maybe they've got special techniques they don't want seeing. or revealed, or I imagine it's probably more just along the lines of they don't want you to see their employee picking his nose or something behind the scenes. Yeah, that's one of the things I recommend you do. Make sure you have your Sentry mode turned off beforehand. Take your USB out, especially if they're keeping your car for several days. You don't want to come back and go, where's my USB stick? I'm sure I left it in here, and if it just happens to have gone missing, the other thing I recommend doing as well is take some pictures of your car, interiors, exterior. Maybe we'll do a little quick video look around. Not that I think this is a regular occurrence at all, because I've only heard of it on one occasion, but someone I was speaking to on the Model 3 UK group did have problems, lots of problems with his car, and he kept on going back into the service centre, but it was also coming back with bits of damage, mainly on like things like the dashboard here. Oh, that feels, oh, it's my phone, probably stopping it. But yeah, there was like damage on the dashboard. He had like chips and scratches and stuff. And yeah, he wasn't very happy. I think there was someone else as well, but I can't quite remember what he said now because it was quite a while back. But just for my own peace of mind, if I come back to the car and go, I'm pretty certain that wasn't there, I can quickly look at the video and go, yeah, there was definitely nothing there before. So that's one of the other tips I would recommend doing as well. Okay guys, we're here at West Drayton now, finally, after nearly an hour's ride. So yeah, just wanted to point out as well, most people probably know this, but if you're new to the Tesla world or you've just picked up a Model 3 recently, you may not. So I'm going to remove the memory card now for Sentry mode and obviously dash cam. So just one of the things I wanted to point out here is don't forget, don't just yank your card out at the bottom there, because it's still recording. As you can see here, the recording light and the Sentry mode, it's still going. So you don't want to yank it out because you could corrupt your files or your memory card. So what you need to do is I'd turn Sentry mode off like this, and then do that. Press and hold so you see the little pulse. Wait for the red light to go out. Like I say, wait for the red light to go out. Let's try that again. And there you go. Now it's finally gone out. So now we can yank the memory card out. So down we go, and that's it. We're good now to go. I'll take that out, pop that in my bag. And yeah, the other thing you need to do, I forgot to mention this as well on the drive over, is disable pin to drive, because they don't want to be phoning you up going, we can't move the car. So I forgot what it's under. I think it's safety and security, is it? Oh no, what's that? Oh, I don't want that. Oh yeah, park assist chimes. So yeah, so pin to drive. So this thing you need to disable. It's going to ask me for my pin now, so obviously I'm not going to show you that. And that means now that they can actually drive the car and they haven't got to worry about it. Oh, I seem to be onto some Wi-Fi here. Oh, Tesla service. Oh, there's free Wi-Fi here. How wonderful. I'll tell you what, guys, as well, I've just noticed some else. I've just come into my boot. I forgot I had like all my charging cables and stuff down here as well. And I've just gone to get my charging cable out the lower well here. And I was like, oh my God, it's absolutely soaking, as you can see here. And I was like, this is very damp. And if I do push down, you are seeing a little bit of water rising up. I don't know if you can see that. So I've got the classic sort of water well thing going on down here, which isn't good. I'm gonna have to maybe notify them about that as well as I take it in, which I'm going to do in a second. But yeah, that is absolutely saturated. That is. Like you can see, like I think that's mold as well that's started to grow. In fact, that is mold, 100% mold there, starting to grow on this case because of that. Yeah, the case is soaked as well. Oh, right, yeah, this is going to have to be, I have to speak to the Tesla guys about this as well. So, right, it is the 18th of March today, and I've just had a text from Tesla, and the app updated me as well to let me know that the car is ready for pickup. So I'm going to go and collect it now, because I'm actually just sat at home doing very little, and yeah, I was like, brilliant. Perfect. And so I have actually asked them, they asked if they had any questions in the text, and I did say, what can you tell me what work has been completed? They haven't actually answered that question, but I will obviously ask when I get there, because I've got slight concerns. I don't know. So what I've had so far is a few days after let me sit down, this is more comfortable. A few days after I took the car in, I got a text message from Tesla saying, hey, we found the fault. It's a charging port drainage pipe that needs replacing. And I was like, okay, that might explain why the lower boot well is saturated with water. So whether the drainage pipe for the charging port is connected sort of down the side of the car and it leads close to the actual lower trunk bit and it's been filling it with water, I'm not sure. So that might have been why the lower trunk bit was soaking, but well, that basically, I said to them, is not what I bought the car in originally. I mean, I appreciate that, and then obviously if that's what's causing the lower trunk bit to fill with water, then great, you sorted that out, brilliant. But my main reason why I bought it in, or the initial reason I bought it in, was the trunk lid was actually filling up with water and then pouring it out inside the boot via the little black connector pipe on the right hand side. I'm going to go and find out what they've done. I'm hoping they've managed to fix the boot lid as well, and they haven't just replaced this charging port, because I can't see how the charging port drainage pipe is connected to the boot at all. It's nowhere near it. So yeah, we'll find out now. So I'm going to go and collect the car, and I'll be back with you in a moment to update you with what's been going on. So one of the things I have noticed about the Model X, which I do prefer over the Model 3, is the ride comfort. Well, mine is a Model 3 Performance, so it has got the 20-inch wheels that are not as soft as, say, the ones on this, or maybe even a Standard Range Plus. But yeah, there's some potholes on that bit of motorway back there in lane 1 that I always try and avoid in the Performance, because you really feel them hard, and I always think, crap, I've just wrecked my wheels on, I've put some nice dents in there, or I'm going to put a flat tyre. But the Model X, although you feel them, you don't feel like you've hit them anywhere near as hard as you do in the Performance. So the ride comfort is definitely nicer in the Model X compared to my Model 3. By the way, I hope you guys can hear me okay, because I haven't put my microphone on today. I'm going to try doing some videos without the microphone on, because it seems to only record on the right channel for some reason. I don't know why. Here you go, guys, we're on the M3, and look what I see up ahead, a truckload of Model 3s by the looks of things. So that could be your car on there, guys. Say hello, give them a wave. Yeah, here we go, we're just passing them now. Yeah, there were 6 Model 3s on there. One of them's got a nice big panel gap. Oh, 7 Model 3s. And then you've got the white one here, which we've been tailing for quite some time. So yeah, that could be your Model 3 on there, so say hello. Okay, here we are at Tesla West Drayton now. It seems to be fairly busy. There's lots of Model 3s and other cars parked up on the side over here. I think that one doesn't have a license plate actually, so it must be a... No, it can't be a new one because it's got the silver wheels on it. But yeah, we're here now, so I'm looking forward to seeing my car and giving it a good check over and see what I've done. Hopefully the issues have been fixed, and yeah, it will be a good experience of the whole Tesla service. Here we go, let's go and find out. Well, here it is. It's looking pretty nice. They've actually cleaned it up for me as well, which is really nice of them. Just had a quick look around to make sure there's no like scratches, dents, chips or anything like that I didn't see before, but it seems to be good. It remembers me, which is good. Okay, seat seems a bit filthy, but I might be able to do something about that. Oh, it's very filthy actually. Yeah, it's coming off, you can see it. Yeah, it's coming off fine. Let's just check out the old center console as well, just to make sure there's no, because I do recall one of my followers on here, he had his car going 5 times because it kept on breaking down, and on one of the occasions he got it back, there was damage on the center dash here and along the side. So everything looks pretty good, to be honest, apart from the slightly dirty seat. They obviously don't put any covers down, but that seemed to be coming off fine. But the fact, I love the fact they've cleaned it for me, that's very nice. Everything looks pretty good. No cracks, no scratches, no chips or dents or anything. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's have a quick look in the boot as well and see. And we'll also go over in a moment as well what they've actually done, because she told me, and she sent me a copy in an email, what they've actually done to the vehicle. So they do seem to have addressed my issues, which is good. So I'm going to like go and have a quick look at that now at the back, and then we'll talk about it when we get home. Okay. Hey guys, so I am back now at home. I've got the car back. It is lovely to be back in the 3. Until you've sort of been driving X for a week and you get used to it, you just forget how agile and nimble the Model 3 is in comparison to, say, the X. The X feels like a boat now in comparison to the 3. It's just so nimble and agile. I loved it actually. I was driving home and I was really enjoying the drive home. So yeah, I've had a look over the car. There's no damage, no scratches or any you know, marks that weren't there before. So I'm really happy. They seem to have looked after the car quite well. And they told me that the They found basically 2 points of entry the water was coming in. The one for the actual boot, they found this where that was coming in, and they've sealed it up with some, like, I think they call it body panel sealer. And there was another one which was to do with the charging port, and that was what was allowing water in underneath the lower front area, sorry, the lower trunk area, and that's why it was all saturated down there. So they've apparently fixed that. They've also replaced the carpet in the boot as well, so that, because I was like, wow, that's like mega clean and neat and tidy, and the way I looked at it or left it, it was soaking wet and it just looked minging. So yeah, they've replaced the carpet as well, which is really good. So all very good. Or is it? There is a but, and I've only just noticed it now. I was told to leave my UMC in the car, and naturally I also leave the red first aid, you know, pack in there with the breakdown triangle and everything. That's always in the car, and I've just realised this evening that it's not there. So I was like, oh, do I want to do an hour's drive back there each way to go and ask, have they got it? And then for them to go, no, we'll order a new one in, and I've got to wait a few more weeks, and it comes in, and I've got to go and collect it or anything, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I've sent them a text message back via the text messaging service that they were texting me from. So I'm hoping that'll be the case, because I don't want to go for the service appointment app thing, because that just takes forever. So yeah, that's it really. That's my service centre experience. Thank you so much once again for watching. I know this is probably turned out to be quite a long video. I'll try and cut it down as much as I can. But yeah, you guys have been great, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.